Welcome to the second lesson to another exciting episode of our phrasal verbs series. In this lesson, we will explore even more essential phrasal verbs that will boost your fluency and help you sound like a native speaker, like a pro. Whether you're a student, a teacher, a beginner, or just look to polish your skills, this is the perfect lesson for you. So let's dive in and discover how these small words can make a big impact. So we will make out and analyze phrasal verbs such as end up, stop off, finish with, finish off, start off, star on, star out, and many others. Also wise phrasal verbs with stop. And now let's go forward with our exercises and complete and also wise fill in with the appropriate phrasal verbs. So first exercise of our second part of unit first of our previous lesson. So let's get started. So we need to complete the gaps and fill in the sentences with the appropriate phrasal verbs. The holiday was a disaster. It rained constantly. You can see here as I've highlighted past tense words, which we will hint that we need to write in the past tense our phrasal verbs. We ended up, you can see here ed instead of end up. We have used ended up, sat in front of the TV every day. So was, rained, and sat, that's actually hinting words for us to write down in the past tense our phrasal verbs. Next, I'll stop off at the supermarket on my way home. Is there anything we need? So stop off is our phrasal verbs. Next, I've come to return the dream you lent me. I've finished with it now. Many thanks. So actually here I've come and lent is our actually hinting words to write ed at the end of our phrasal verb. So actually finished with is our phrasal verb. Ed at the end. That's the phrasal verbs with the ed at the end for the past tense. Thanks for a lovely evening, but we'd best be starting back before it gets too late. So it was lovely evening, and we had best. It means starting back is more appropriate phrasal verb. So we need to use the gerund ing. Next, the football match ended in a goalless draw. Draw. That's why ended in. It was a close thing when I finally finished off the preparations with just 10 minutes to spare. Was finished off. To finish off with, you can see here three words for phrasal verbs. We had cheesecake and coffee. Everything he touched turns to gold. He started up a company 2 years ago and now he's a millionaire. So 2 years ago, he announced to write down ed at the end. Started up. When I was younger, I used to stop out all night, but now I'm tucked up in bed by chance. I now put things off when I have a new job to do, so I start on it immediately. So we'll make out here end up, finish with, finish off with, stop off, stop on, start back, and start up. Let's go forward with the next exercise. Here we need to circle or highlight the correct choice in each sentence. We didn't start back till late, so it was already dark by the time we arrived home. Let's analyze this sentence. So start back, not start up. Why? That's start back, not start up. Because it was late, so it was already dark by the time we arrived home. So it shouldn't something happen for a lunch. It should be start back instead. Next, the holiday was wonderful. We finished off with 2 nights in Paris, not stop. It's impossible to write down. We need to finish off with instead. I actually here I've started on devotion up, not start up. Devotion up. So if you could clear the table, that would be a great help. Next, does anyone want this last piece of cake? Do you mind if I finish it off? Don't forget to stop off at the bank on your way home tonight. The demonstration ended in a riot when the demonstrators attacked the embassy. At first, I thought it was going to be a disaster, but everyone ended up having a great time. I finished with the bathroom, so it's all yours now. The party ended so late that we decided to stop out all night. I'm starting up my own company, Lounge, as I told you for our previous A option sentence. My own company next month. I've always wanted to be on my own boss. Let's go further for our next and the last exercise. So here we need to actually rewrite each of the following sentences using one of the phrasal verbs from part 1. So that means end up, end in, stop off, stop out, start up, start back, finish off, finish with, we need to use on our sentences. So let's go with the first A option. The game got out of hand and ended in tears. Not resulted. It's impossible. It cannot be possible to write resulted in. Next, Sue's parents weren't happy that she had stayed out, instead stopped out all night. I'm such a bad cook that I burned the dinner, so we ended up having a takeaway pizza. Not eventually we had, we ended up having a takeaway pizza. Next, the option John went into the pub for a few pence on his way home from work. So not went into, stop off at the pub. Next, the concert was fantastic. They finished off with Rock Me Do. So the last number they played was It's incorrect if you would like to use phrasal verbs instead. So they finished off with Rock Me Do. Philip loved the cake and no one else seemed interested, so he finished it off. My husband's useless. I finished with him. But it cannot be possible. I don't need him anymore. I finished with him. I'm too tired to do the ironing tonight. I'll make a start on it first thing tomorrow morning. You can see here it's just something transferring. Instead of just to rewrote, make a start on. I have a meeting with my bank manager today. I'm hoping to start up a business. So launch a business, selling lingerie. And the last one, do you fancy one for the road before you start back home? Yes, students and teachers, that's a wrap for today's lesson on phrasal verbs. I hope you found these new expressions useful and easy to remember. Keep practicing, and soon you will be using them like a pro and native speaker. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss out on more lessons. Drop any questions or examples in the comments. I love hearing from you. And if you want to review, download, or dive deeper into the material, don't forget to join me on the Telegram. We'll be sharing more examples, materials, resources, tips, and discussions there. See you in the next lesson and keep practicing. Thanks for watching.